Come closer, read loud, come. Read loud, loud. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Just briefly again to bring us up to speed. Lut alayhi salam, the nephew of Ibrahim alayhi salam, was sent to Sodom, and these people had a sickness, and the sickness is that أَتَأْتُونَ رِجَالَ شَهْوَةً مِّن دُونِ النِّسَاءِ. They would unnaturally fulfill their carnal desires with men. After repeatedly warning them, as per the sunnah of Allah Ta'ala, the Prophet would warn, warn, warn. And now when he sees that they are not interested in rectifying and redeeming themselves, then Allah Ta'ala would send the azab. So Allah Ta'ala obviously would save. Prior, he would inform his Prophet, look, these people now, you've done your duty, they be beyond redemption, we're going to send the azab now. Then they would then be informed and they will be instructed to leave. So here we at this point where Allah Ta'ala now told Lut alayhi salam, your people seem like they are not going to, not seem like, but they are beyond redemption. Now you need to leave from here, right? So that we discussed. فَأَنْجَيْنَا وَأَهْلَهُ إِلَّا امْرَأَتَهُ كَانَتْ مِنَ الْغَابِرِينَ. We saved him and his wife, we saved him and his family. Here we done, it could be either his some of his immediate family, and those who accept his message, except his wife. She was from those people who remained behind. وَأَمْطَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ مَطَرًا. We rained upon them مطرا, right? Rain. فَانْظُرُ كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. Now look at what is the end of mujrim, those people who disobeyed Allah Ta'ala. So يقول تعالى فأنجينا لوطا وأهله. We saved Lut وأهله and his people. وَلَمْ يُؤْمِنْ بِهِ أَحَدٌ مِّنْهُمْ سِوَى أَهْلِ بَيْتِهِ. And none believe from him except the people of his household. كما قال تعالى فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين. We removed from the place of azab من كان فيه, who was from amongst them from the believers. So something interesting we learn from this also here is, look, as an alim, right? If you are dispatched, you commissioned to go to a certain place, inshallah, when you finish, you go from here, wherever you go. You will speak, you will do your duty. And beyond that, once you've done your duty and you spoke, whether they accept or not, that's a different story. You then have exonerated yourself and you're free from the punishment. Yes, if you went there and you never speak, you never say anything, then you are complicit. Remember, there's a hadith, it goes something similar to this, that certain angels were instructed to destroy a certain place because the whole community was involved in a certain type of vice. The whole community was involved in a certain type of vice. So the angel said, Ya Allah, you are instructing us, but here is a certain person, the pious person. So Allah says, وَلَمْ يَتَمَعَّرْ وَجْهُهُ. This person here, maybe he's pious, he's doing ibadat, etc. But he never even flinched. His faith never even changed when he saw the disobedience of Allah Ta'ala. In other words, you, man ra'a minkum munkaran falyughayyir biyadihi fa illam yastati' fa bilisani wa illam yastati' fa biqalbi wa dhalika ad'afu al-iman. That you have to, as a believer, and most or ever as an alim, as a scholar of deen, you are supposed to change that. If you can't change it, speak out against it. If you can't speak out against it, at least you must feel something in your heart. So this person here, he was also, Allah Ta'ala said, he will not be spared. He will also be destroyed. Why must he also? Because he never flinched. His face never changed at the disobedience of Allah Ta'ala was taking place. So sometimes you can't physically change due to circumstances beyond your control. Sometimes you can't physically change what is happening due to circumstances. And sometimes you can't speak out against it due to circumstances beyond control. Then the minimum you must do is what? Is to detest it. The minimum you must do is to test it. Right? What is it? من رأى منكم منكرا فليغير بيده فإن لم يستطع وإن لم يستطع بقلبه, at least وذلك أضعف الإيمان. Carry on. So once you've done your duty, then after that you are not responsible. Carry on. So إلا امرأته فإنها لم تؤمن به. She didn't want to accept his message, right? بل كانت على دين قومها, right? She was upon the deen of her people, right? What's the word after that? بل كانت على دين قومها تمائلهم عليها. So she was encouraging the people to go to that also. Carry on. بإشارات بينها وبينهم. So وتعلمهم بما يقدم عليه من ضيافه بشارات بينها وبينهم. And she should teach them with whoever comes بما يقدم عليه in front of him من ضيافة what it means ضيفانه from his guest with بإشارات بينها وبينهم, with signs between her and between them. In other words, he would encourage when the guests come in, he would encourage this type of behavior, right? Carry on. ولهذا لما أمر لوط عليه السلام, for this reason Lut عليه السلام was commanded that أي ليسري بأهله, سبحان الذي أسرى بأهله, right? That when, ولهذا لما أمر لوط عليه السلام ليسري بأهله أمر أن لا يعلمها ولا يخبرها ولا يخرجها من البلد. So when Lut عليه السلام had got the instruction that he must not, he's going to leave, right? Then ليسري with his family أمر ألا يعلمها أو ألا يعلمها. He was commanded, he must not inform her, don't tell her that you're going to escape tonight. Why? Because if she's known they're going to escape, then she's going to know Azab is coming. Well, she was guilty, she's supposed to be punished, right? So ألا يعلمها ولا يخرجها من البلد. Right, carry on. So this is the one opinion. The one opinion is this, that he must sneak out without her knowing anything. There's another opinion mentioned there. What's the other opinion? التفت هي فأصابها ما أصابهم. So what explanation is that she knew that they're leaving and she left with them, but because she was with them in this vice, she was on their deen and she was covering up for their shenanigans. So her heart was with them. Huh? So when as she was leaving, she would look to see what's happening. See, وَمِنْهُمْ يَقُولُ بَلْ اتَّبَعَهُمْ. Right? She followed them. Followed Lut alayhi salam and his people to escape. But فَلَمَّا جَاءَ الْعَذَابُ, when the azab came, التفت هي, she turned to see what's happening. فَأَصَابَهَا مَا أَصَابَهُمْ. So then مَا أَصَابَهُمْ is the fire. What afflicted them afflicted her. So the main reason that afflicted her was not because she turned. The main reason was because she was with them in their shenanigans. She supported and endorsed their shenanigans. Are you with me? Carry on. Right. So this was a, so here the Ibn Kathir, but the preferred opinion is not is this, that no, she never come out at all, because the hadith, the words of the Quran indicates what he say. What other, the more apparent is أنها لم تخرج من البلد. No, she didn't come out of the town. ولا أعلمها لوط, but Lut never tell her that you're going to be moving from here to in the play, in the amusement, right? Yeah, that's why Allah Ta'ala explicitly said, He said, وَلِهَذَا قَالَ إِلَّا امْرَأَتَهُ كَانَتْ مِنَ الْغَابِرِينَ. Except his wife. No, he left except she was from those who remain behind. Carry on. Or some of مِنَ الْهَالِكِينَ. Explanation of غابرين also هالكين, to destroy, right? Right? وَهُوَ التَّفْسِيرُ بِاللَّازِمِ. So this is tafsir. Obviously, if she remained behind, stands to reason that she'll also be destroyed. Carry on. Yeah. So Allah, the next statement, وَأَمْطَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ مَطَرًا. Then we rained upon them a heavy raining. And this is explained mufassarun. The same statement, وَأَمْطَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ مَطَرًا, mufassarun biqawli. It is further explained by the statement of Allah Ta'ala. What is it? Yeah. وَأَمْطَرْنَا عَلَيْهَا حِجَارَةً مِّن سِجِّيلٍ مَنْضُودٍ. And we rained upon them stones. Sijil is what? Clay. Mandur is what? Hardened baked clay. So hardened baked clay was rained upon them. Carry on. Musawwamatan inda rabbika means this was named, specified, marked. If this one is going to strike this one. This one is going to strike this. Musawwamatan inda rabbika. And it is not far from the oppressors. In other words, وَمَا هِيَ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. This punishment that was earmarked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is not far. In other words, whatever Allah ta'ala has designated from the azab, the punishment, it will afflict them. There's no doubt in that. Carry on. So that's why Allah ta'ala invites you and He says, فَانْظُرُ كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. Now you don't want to accept the message of the Prophet. You know, especially the Yahud, they knew that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was a true prophet. You don't want to accept the message. فَانْظُرُ كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. Look at what was the result of these people. And this message is applicable for us today as well. That the message comes to us from the mimbar. The message comes to us from the talim. The message comes to us from the ulama, etc. Do not do this. This is haram. Allah Ta'ala dislikes this. If you do not take the message to heart, what will happen? See what happened to the previous Ummah. فَانْظُرُ كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. Carry on. Right. انظر يا محمد كيف كان عاقبة من يجترئ على معاصي الله عز وجل ويكذب رسوله. O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the followers of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the rejectors of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, right, Muhammad, كيف كان عاقبة. Look at the end of من يجترئ, who was brave, who was who dared, right, who was audacious على معاصي الله عز وجل, upon the obedience of Allah Ta'ala, and who ويكذب رسله, and those who deny the prophets of Allah. Look at them, see what happened to them. Carry on. Right, interesting, yeah. And usually Ibn Kathir is going to some fiqh here. He's going to some fiqh. So he says, وقد ذهب الإمام أبو حنيفة رحمه الله إلى اللائط يلقى من شاهق, right, ويتبع بالحجارة كما فعل بقوم لوط. You check the word shahiq. Huh? Yeah, interesting. He says, what he says, look here, how did Allah Ta'ala punish the people of Lut? Hard clay was rained down upon him. What? So he says same thing today in a Muslim country. The light is the one who is the fa'il. What is he? The one who put in. Today, if he's caught in Islamic country, a war, he will be, what I saying? Yulqa min shahin. You will be thrown from a high place. You go like on a high place, high building, high mountain. You will throw him down. وَيُتَّبَعُ بِالْحِجَارَةِ. And then you will be pelted with stones, like how Allah Ta'ala pelted the people of Lut alayhi salam. How can it be permissible when Allah Ta'ala had pelted them, Allah Ta'ala had stoned them to death? Carry on. يرجم محسنا أو غير محسن. وذهب أكثر other ulama went to this, that he will be pelted to death. سواء كان محسن أو غير محسن. This is some term that you will come across. Muhsin means that person who is married in a proper nikah and he consummated his marriage. Look at me, normally the punishment for a muhsin is greater than a ghair muhsin. Because you are married in a proper nikah, Allah Ta'ala has given you a proper way to fulfill your desires, and despite that you are committing haram, so the punishment is greater. If a person is unmarried and he commits zina, then azani ko zani, fajlidu kulla wahidi minuma mi'ata jalda. But if a person is a muhsin, that he's married and he consummated his marriage, then such a person will be pelted to death. The same thing here is say with regards to with regards to sodomy, irrespective of whether a person was a muhsin or not, this is such a grave crime. It gives birth to so much evil, so much illnesses, etc., etc. Like how maybe you were too young, but initially when AIDS was a big thing, now they I don't know if it is manufactured or engineered or all fake or hoax, but you don't know like how this COVID everything. But at that time, people were dying in the thousands, hundreds of thousands, and they were clear and emphatic that this is started by the homosexuals. So Islam does not take this softly. Islam takes a very very strong stance to things that affects the community. It erodes the peace in the community, and such stern warnings. Okay, we'll have to break. The time is up. In break, inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow with the same thing. Inshallah, where exactly we stop. Just make a note. سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان